Good morning, my students. Today we will start with again unit number 6, habitats, and lesson number 5, wildlife around the school. For this, you have to refer to your science textbook, page number 70 and page number 71. Today we will learn that how the playgrounds, how the walls, how the pavements means the footpaths that are along the roadside, how they become the habitats for the small animals and for the small plants. So let's start. So if you see your school ground, or if you see some of the bricks, old bricks, or you see the different pavements, so different plants and animals are growing there, they are living there. So it means those walls, those bricks, those pavements, those grounds are the habitat for the small plants and the small animals. You can see here the picture of a insect living under the wood. This you can see, it's again on the log of the wood, ants, and you can see here these all insects are living on the stone. So for these small animals, these are the habitats for them. Some of the animals will be living under the log of the woods, it will be a home for them. Some might be living in under the stones, some will be living in the dark corners of the playground. Like I told you that walls and pavements like footpaths, they are also the habitat for many of the plants and many of the animals. And as there are more crevices, means more spaces, or more crack the wall will be, the chances are that it will be the home for most of the plants and most of the animals. And if those walls are, or those places are very damp, means wet, or very shady one, so then also they will be the home for many of the plants and many of the animals. And in those dark shaded places, a coating of green powder will be appearing, and that is called algae. You can see here the picture of a wall. You can see in between the green powder, that is called algae. In another picture, this one I will show you, you can see the bricks, they are all coated with the green powder, and that is called algae. Now what is algae? Let me tell you. It's a simple plant that is not having proper root, not having proper stems and leaves, and they mostly grow in the damp places. So you can see here again a wall. You can see the damp wall, and here the algae has grown, and it's also grown in the water. You can see here a pond having algae grown there. So it is a small plant that does not have proper root, stems and leaves, and that algae is a feed for many of the small animals, like for slugs. You can see the picture of a slug here. Next is a picture of a snail. So for them, their feeding or their food is the algae. And I told you, as if the wall is broken, so simple plants, you can see here lichen, it's growing there on a broken piece of the wood, and moses. Here also you can see the wall. If the wall is broken, if it has spaces in between them, so these small plants will start growing into them. And what these plants do, they will dissolve the mortar. Mortar is the cement that is keeping the bricks or walls together. So they will create the gap in between them, and when these small plants make the gaps bigger, what happens? The larger plants grow, like dandelions. You can see here, these are the larger plants, the bigger plants grow there. Dandelions, ferns, you can see here in between the bricks, so of the space of the bricks. So those small plants, what they do, they make the spaces bigger, and then in those larger spaces, these larger plants starts growing. So these dandelions, ferns and grasses, for them, these crevices and these spaces in between the walls, they are the habitat for them. And as I discussed with you in the previous lesson, I told you in detail what are the predators, what are the prey, and predators are always feeding on their prey. So, like I told you, like these crevices, these cracks in between the walls and the pavements, they are the habitat for many of the plants as well as for the small animals. Like, see, they are the home for the wood lice. This is centipede, this is millipede, and for the beetle. These are the all small animals living in those cracks and the crevices of the walls and of the pavements. Now what happens in the winter? These all animals will hide in those dark places to get the shelter and to be safe them from the from the winter. But as the weather will become warmer, they will come out and then they will become the prey for those animals like spiders, mice, birds, and lizards. So, who will become the predator? The spiders, mice, birds, and lizards will be the predator, and their prey will be these all wood lice, centipede, millipede, slugs, and beetle. Let me show you this with example. In the first picture, you can see spider is eating the beetle. So, who is the predator? Spider. And who is the prey? Beetle. Because beetle is eaten by the spider, so predator is the spider and beetle is its prey. The next example, lizard is eating a beetle. So lizard becomes the predator and its prey is the beetle. Next picture, the bird is eating the centipede. So bird is the predator and its prey is the centipede. Again, the bird is eating a slug. So bird is a predator and slug is its prey. So these all small animals like wood lice, centipedes, millipedes, slugs, they become the prey for the spiders, mice, birds, and lizards, and for the many other animals. Now we will start with those animals that some of them are getting active in the daytime and they will be resting in the night time. And they are called diurnals. Second, though, there are some animals who are only getting active in the night time and they will be sleeping in the daytime and they are called nocturnals. So first of all, I will tell you about the diurnals. What are the examples of the diurnals? Those animals that are active in the daytime. Butterfly. You can see the picture of the butterfly. Blue bottle fly, green bottle fly. These all animals are called the diurnals. Then we have an example of grasshopper. It is also a diurnal. Hoverfly, you can see here, and lizard. So all these animals, they are active in the daytime and they need the sun to warm up their bodies. Let me show you this with the help of a video.
I'm diurnal, I'm not nocturnal. I like the sunshine, prefer to play in light. I'm diurnal, I'm not nocturnal. I stay up in the daytime and I go to sleep at night. Diurnal. I stay up in the daytime and I go to sleep at night. Diurnal. I stay up in the daytime and I go to sleep at night. I was walking all around the town. The time was getting late and the sun was going down. I saw a bunch of birds fly into the park. I asked them, where you going? It's getting kind of dark. We're going to our nest. We never fly at night. We're diurnal. We prefer to fly in light. We aren't bats or owls. We don't fly at night. We're diurnal. We like to fly in light. I'm diurnal. I'm not nocturnal. I like the sunshine. Prefer to play in light. I'm diurnal. I'm not nocturnal. I stay up in the daytime and I go to sleep at night. Diurnal. I stay up in the daytime and I go to sleep at night. Diurnal. I stay up in the daytime and I go to sleep at night. A very good friend liked to stay up very late. She really thought the nighttime was something really great. She notified her mom she was gonna go nocturnal. Said she'd write about the night in her writing journal. Her mom said, fine, I'll let you be. Stay up all night, yeah, we'll just see. She stayed up till 1, then 2, then 3, then she fell asleep. She was tired, you see. She woke up in the morning and she saw her mother's face. She told her she's diurnal like all the human race. I'm diurnal, I'm not nocturnal. I like the sunshine, prefer to play in light. I'm diurnal, I'm not nocturnal. I stay up in the daytime and I go to sleep at night. Diurnal. I stay up in the daytime and I go to sleep at night. I stay up in the daytime and I go to sleep at night. Diurnal animals are animals that are mostly active in the daytime when the sun's light is visible. While the animals shown in this video are considered to be diurnal.
So this was the video that showed some of the diurnals, giraffe, then there were butterflies, then you have seen a lot of animals other that are the diurnals, that they are active in the daytime. And some of the examples I showed you in the slides. Now we will talk about the animals that are only active in the night and they are called nocturnals. The examples are slug, then snail, wood lice, centipede, and millipede. So these are the animals who are active in the night time. Then there are some moths that will visit the flowers in the night to feed on the nectar. And the previous lesson I told you what is a nectar. It's a sugary liquid that is produced by the flower. So moths will visit the flowers in the night to get that nectar. Now I will show you the video that will be showing the nectar.
I'm Peppa Pig. This is my little brother George. This is Mummy Pig. And this is Daddy Pig. Peppa Pig. Night animals.
Peppa and George are having a sleepover at Granny and Grandpa Pig's house.
Grandpa, where are you going? It's bedtime.
Don't worry, Peppa. I'm just going into the garden to collect slugs and snails.
Why?
Grandpa doesn't like slugs and snails because they eat his vegetables.
And the best time to find them is at night with this torch.
Can George and me come too? Please?
Okay, just this once.
Put your coats and boots on.
Peppa and George are wearing their coats and boots over their pyjamas.
You carry the bucket, Peppa, and I'll hold the torch.
Don't stay out too late, Grandpa Pig.
Okay, Granny Pig. We'll put all the slugs and snails in the bucket. Ah, one little snail.
2 little snails. And a slug. Slugs are yucky.
Here are Grandpa Pig's chickens. Sarah, Jemima, Vanessa and Neville.
Hello, chickens.
I need to put the chickens to bed. Night-night, chickens.
Night-night, chickens. Night-night. Why aren't the slugs and snails in bed, Grandpa?
Because they're up all night eating my vegetables. Some animals eat in the daytime, like my chickens, and some animals eat at night, like, Mr. Fox.
Hello, Grandpa Pig. Putting your chickens to bed, are you?
Oh, yes. Nice and cosy in the hen house.
Jolly good. Well, I'll be on my way. Good night.
Good night. Now, as I was saying, some animals eat at night, like, hello.
Grandpa, there's a little animal in your bucket.
Ha ha! Yes, it's a hedgehog. They like to eat slugs and snails.
Hello, hedgehog. Oh, he's rolled into a ball.
Yes, Peppa. He is very shy.
Come out, Mr. Hedgehog. Don't be scared.
I like hedgehogs. They are very good at keeping slugs and snails off my lovely lettuce.
Bye-bye, Hedgehog. Bye-bye. Are there any more night animals, Grandpa?
Yes, there are moths.
Ooh, they look like butterflies.
Butterflies that come out at night. They like the torchlight. When it goes off, they leave. When the light goes on, they come back.
Can I try?
Okay.
Bye-bye, moths. Hello, moths. Bye-bye, moths.
And if we leave the torch off, we can see another very tiny night animal.
Where?
Look up at the sky.
Is it a shooting star?
No, that is a firefly.
Is it on fire?
Oh, no, Peppa. It has a tummy that glows.
Wow! Are there any big night animals in your garden, Grandpa?
No. Oh, what's that?
It's a big night animal.
Oh, it's Granny Pig.
There you are.
Granny, we've been saying hello to all the night animals.
Lovely. But now it's time to say good night to them.
Good night, night animals.
And it's well past bedtime for you little piggies.
Yes, Granny Pig.
Good night, little ones.
Good night, Granny. Good night.
So you saw the video for the nocturnal animals, and which you saw about slugs and snails and moths, that how they are coming out in the night to feed for their animals. So now it's a time to summarize the lesson for you. So today we studied how the walls, how the bricks, how the pavements are the habitats for many of the small plants and animals. Then we talked about algae. Then we talked which animals are feeding on algae. Then which of the plants are growing in the spaces in between the bricks and the walls. Then we talked about some of the predators and prey that are living in these cracks and crevices of the wall. And then in the last I talked about the diurnal animals, the one who are active in the daytime, and about nocturnal animals, the one who are active in the night time. So I hope that you all have understood this lesson, and you will all go through the page number 70 and 71 of your science textbook, so that you can thoroughly read what I have explained to you in this all slides. Thank you all my students. Be safe all of you. Goodbye.